This is a South Australian Footballer TV presentation, Adelaide's #1 local football media team. Gold sponsor, South Wales Demons Football Club. Silver sponsors, Australian Gas Networks, the best energy source for your home. Ray White North East, Valley View, South Australia. Bronze sponsors, Big Screen Video, MERS, Mediation and Employment Relationship Services. Mackay Business Services. Rewards International. This video was filmed and edited by Payneham.
Yeah, good, mate. You were muted the whole time then, so no one got near that. So we'll start again and say welcome to Payneham Oval. Beautiful Payneham Oval, where the dynamic D grade from Payneham have just made their way through to a grand final, mate.
Yes, a fantastic performance, mate. It was a bit touch and go there at half time, but kicked away in that last half and never really in doubt.
Oh, mate, you're always in doubt in the final, but we got there in the end, and that's all that matters. So it was a very, very good result. And we're off here. We'll start with Jay Hansen in the ruck, and he'll be up against the big fella, Derek Clark. Over to you, host.
Yeah, it's little stacks on the mill again, and we're going to come in with another throw up here, just opening in the first quarter. Just till everyone settles down, we can have a few stoppages, I would have thought. Well, that's holding the ball, I would have thought. Yeah, throw. And it's a free kick to Port Districts. And that could Trent Heffernan in there in the middle by the looks.
One of the absolute keys of Port District today. I'd like to thank...
It's actually not, sorry, it's Lockie Gregg.
Luke Hosey, thank you for covering up on my notes. Very good. I'll be just a second. I'll be joining everyone here. Mackie Haynes looks like coming out of defence for Payneham, but he kicks it straight to the big fella from Port District. Over to you, host.
Yeah, Nick Hale's there. He'll take a ton of marks today. That's Trent Heffernan, and Hef gets in there low and under. And we're going to have another bounce down here just on the centre wing. Just going to take a while for everyone to settle down today, TJ. And finals are a bit like that. Everyone gets their hands on the footy, a bit scrappy early.
Yeah, absolutely, hose. Ball up there from the umpire. Jay Hansen wins the tap. It's in the middle. Contested ball. About 10 players around the ball. But a pretty strong formation from both teams set up. You can see Payneham playing with 4 men up forward. Looks like Port District with a 5. And the rest all floating and gravitating around the ball.
Yeah, one thing that Port Districts do have over many of the other clubs, they have 4 key defenders. So, you know, there is someone to look after Jolly and Davis. They've got Carlisle, they've got Wiestra, they have Hales,
Rosenthal.
And Rosenthal. So Hales will zone off. I couldn't imagine him going to a man.
Second and third ball up for those of you listening at home. No score yet here, early stages at Payneham Oval. Once again, the D grade coming off a win. Big shout out to my family who are listening today. Mum down from Mount Gambier, wifey and unborn baby. As the cameraman just makes his way in my personal space. That's all good. And we're going to have another ball up, a 4th ball up, hose. And you will get this early stages of a final, won't you?
Yeah, just to get their hands on the footy a little bit. And, you know, everyone's just a little bit nervous early. And ball doesn't tend to break free, but ball comes free into the Payneham forward line, into the Port District forward line. And that's a good mark out there on the chest.
Yes, playing in front there, key position. And once again, people touching me on the way through. I'm going to get a lot of that.
Looks like James Batty, I think.
Is that James Batty? James Batty spoke to Gary McIntosh, spoke to Rexy Hunt. Key matchup, James Batty. I think Chase Bow will be going to James Batty today. And the winner of that matchup may result in the game. They need to keep Batty to 2 or 3 goals, Payneham. And it is Batty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He'll line up from 40, directly in front, leans back, gives it a right umpire, does a bit of work, but not enough as far as Payneham concerned. Straight through the high diddle-diddle. That's Port District's first, and the first of the day on the South Wales Football Club scoreboard. Why did you move all my bloody notes? It's Port District's 1 straight goal. Payneham North Union yet to score.
Sorry, mate, I was tidying stuff up while you were downstairs, so I didn't know you'd actually put them there. So, yeah, good opening there for Port Districts, kicking the opening goal into a slight breeze, into a two to three goal breeders, I suppose, and Big Clark and
All up, Hanson wins it down, but at ground level, Port District
across the
first
shoulder.
Yeah, tackle without it there.
Coulthard, young Coulthard is going to get the free kick.
That's Damien Coulthard, I think, is it?
Yeah, Damien Coulthard.
Yeah, good footballer again, highly rated, and plays through the middle for Port District, and he's off. Down the wing, kicks to half full. Bit of a disco biscuit type kick there, and it spills, but at ground level, they look like Pocock. Did Pocock get a touch?
No, that wasn't.
I just wanted to call it,
Gaffney.
as the ball spills, we have a ball up. I just like saying Pocock. Yes, of course, in Gaelic football circles, they call him Poocock, but we won't go there today because that's inappropriate. Good tap there by the big fella from Port Districts. Again, still struggling with my notes here.
Big Clark.
Yeah, big Derek Clark, I think it is, and we're going to have a ball up.
Under a cloud during the week too with an injury.
Yeah, so. First game for 3 or 4 weeks, I was told. Big tap there from Hanson. Pinchy Donahue runs onto it. He's met quickly, though, by the Port District player in Savakakakis. I don't know how you say that name.
Troy Slavikas, actually.
Oh, there's no L in there. How do you get Slavikas out of that?
I played cricket with him at Port Adelaide, mate, and Troy Slavikas. He's got a man bun these days. So.
Oh, that's there always unappealing. And once again, we're going to have another ball up here. On the centre wing position, outer side, just in front of a pretty good crowd out there on the far side. Probably mainly look like it's hard to tell, both teams being black and white, whose supporters they are.
Yeah, I find that
secondary ball up pose.
Find that strange that Port District's allowed to play in the black and white.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Anyway, as we move on, another ball up, ball one down, ground level there. That's Brutus Brinoli pushing through. Ball spills, tackle late on the Payneham player. Looked like it was in the back. Play on, says the umpire. Ball spills again. Oh, it's congested. It's tight. There's no easy kicks there. It's finals footy. It's elimination finals footy. It's the Nord Hotel Division 1 elimination final series host. And someone's going home with tears in their eyes today, and someone's going to advance, and you don't want to be that team, do you?
No. And just quietly, just a quick tip from you. Who you think you'll win?
Payneham will win today, mate.
Yeah, I actually feel so as well.
Beautiful kick out of congestion. Sorry to interrupt. Talk over your host. Strato Agarostas playing in front. The speedy, nippy, fast player that I call Stevie Agarostas, number 1 with the green boots, will line up 40 metres out directly in front for Payneham's first scoring opportunity. Sorry, host.
No, that's all right. He normally doesn't score his goals through taking a mark, and it was a clean catch, and he normally runs onto him and kicks his goals that way. But that one there was a very good mark from Strato, and he's going to line up 40 yards out straight in front and should get it.
Yes, in their first quarter, be fresh as a daisy, Strato, keen as mustard. The boy from Athens, Greece. I don't really know where he's from. He is Greek, though. Line up, crosses the 40 mark, drop punt. Goal umpire doesn't move. They get around him. And on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard, it's 1 goal apiece. Early doors, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, and you see both goals have been scored by the those little small forwards of the two sides. So James Batty at one end and Strato Agarostas at the other. So the big men haven't featured yet with a big catch, but it's a good day for it because it's dry. Good day for a forward, I would have thought, out there today.
Is the receiver on, mate? They're just saying they're not picking this up radio.
Okay, we'll just tamper with that a little bit, mate.
Yes.
Just turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. We've gone.
Clark up against Hanson. Coulthard gets the kick away.
Now I can hear it.
Now everyone can hear it.
I think I can hear it through the background noise. So if you can you hear us, Corey Britcher on 88.4? Now you can hear us, can't you, Corey? Homeless Jesus gives us the thumbs up, but the ball goes to half forward. Port District, good mark there. Good lead and mark there. Dylan Orcello just gave too much room there to the young Matthew Wistra. He'll line up 45 metres out in a 45-degree angle, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, they've rolled him forward today. So normally he plays back, Wistra. So with those key forward, 4 key defenders they normally have, they've been able to roll Wistra forward.
I'll tell you what, it's a warm day. It's a beautiful day for football, Luke Hosey. I'm sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage here, and maybe it's the tenseness of the game as Wistra lines up.
Not a natural forward.
No, he's kicked it like a donkey. It hasn't even made the distance.
Oh, he isn't a natural forward, so...
Yeah, so the ball should be cleared by Payneham. It's a high ball. Anyone's ball. Brady Ansell sits under it. Port District get the ball. The big fella on the left foot goes to the pocket. Port District's too much space. They'll have another shot at goal 20 metres out on a fairly acute angle. Who's that one, Hose? You know the Port District's lads?
It looks like it's Heffernan again. So he's getting a bit of the footy this first quarter.
And he'll be kicking to the Australian Gas Networks. And Australian Gas Networks keeping you warm. No, they keep you warm. Warm in winter, Luke Hosey.
Yeah, and Nick Hales, he's picked up Tom Langford, who's come onto the ground pretty early on, mate. He's a big in for Payneham today.
Yeah, huge in here as Athanasi Agarostas just comes on. And as we watch Hef lining up from the pocket, hasn't kicked it very well, straight across the face. All Payneham, they take the mark. It's Orcello. He's quick to go. Release handball, looks for and finds Bauer to the wing position. Liam Davis caught behind there, though, unfortunately for Payneham, and Port District will send it straight back in. Hot spot, 30 metres out. Pack flies. Ball spills. Cello might get it back, but he's beaten to the ball, but applies a quick tackle. Ball spills. Port District chain of handballs. Batty, the dangerous Batty. Oh, good tackle there.
Great tackle.
Wrapped him up in a savage cocoon of terror. And the ball will have a ball up here at 40 metres out on an acute angle from the Port District's goal. Scores a level on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard.
Using a little bit of the wrestling vernacular there, mate.
It's actually it's from '97, that one. I heard someone say that. I've been borrowing it ever since. As Athanasi might get his first touch. Good bump, good hit, strong football, contested football. No easy kick, strong tackle from Port District. We'll have a ball up.
Yeah, Heffernan with that other clear. We can have another ball up here. Couldard's one that you can get under his skin a fair bit. He does get a bit agitated, so I'm wondering when that will happen today.
Big shout out to our friend David Green on WFN, who said, try and pull Jolly's pants down today, and some of the worst radio I've ever heard in my life this morning.
Why would he say that?
Because he struggles to keep up with Sean Jackson, who's very good. Oh. Hello, David. I do love you, though. All right. As Port District have the ball on the wing. It just amused me because Jolly's the most mild-mannered man yet to get in the game. And I'll tell you who is getting in the game is that's Coulthard again. Yeah, Coulthard swings on the right in the half-forward flank but kicks it straight to, that looked like Chase Bow to me, and it is. Chase takes a relieving mark in the back pocket, Hose, and plenty happening out there. Some interesting matchups as well, just as he takes some time for think music. We've got Nick the Situation Jolly and Josh Rosenhall. That's a huge matchup. Captain versus... or barometer, if you will, as Payneham release handball. Brinoli looks like Pinchy Donahue. Terrible. He handled his wrist, but he finds the human blanket, Matty Nye. He looks for LD Liam Davis. He flies. Beautiful spoil there from Port District and ground level. Nick Jolly, very animated in his call for holding the ball, but umpire strikes back, says nothing doing. I'll take it and I'll have a ball up.
Yeah, good spoil away from Nick Hales there. Terrific work.
Nick Hales, and a free kick's been awarded. Not sure what that's for. Right in front of the pigeon shed. And they've got loose players, Port District. Not good signs
Anthony
early.
Carlisle. Yep. Big Anthony, big Alaparde's brother.
By beautiful play. Mac Haynes, the 19-year-old junior from Payneham North Union, slides in across, takes an intercept mark. Goes to Brady Ansell in the middle. Fumbles, but picks up, collects, kicks to... Who is that in the orange boots? Is that Donahue?
Pinchy Donahue.
Pinchy Donahue. Looking for...
Liam Davis.
No, didn't quite get there. Dropping back beautifully.
Is Anthony Carlisle.
Yes, he certainly gives their spine some real stability, doesn't he, Carlisle?
Yeah, he comes backwards and forwards from the mines, and he's been in good form when he comes back. So,
hits up Trenty Heffernan in front of the light pole, 45 metres around from the Ray White real estate end. Of course, that's the northern end of the ground near the pigeon shed for those of you playing along at home. Got plenty of around-the-ground scores today. We've got sample games. Of course, no AFL being played today. Big Jay Hansen flies from the kick. Athanasi Agarostis at ground level takes possession. Looks for Jolly. Ooh. Bang!
Nick
Jolly.
Hales, well done.
That's courageous by Nick Hales. He could have died. He could have died in that contest, but Jolly didn't quite get there. And free kick to Payneham at ground level. That's going to go to Brady Ansell, I reckon, is it? And when they get up and you're not sure what it's for, it's fair to say it's a bit lucky. But the free kick's against Nick Hales, who tremendous job dropping up Brady Ansell quickly.
Poor kick.
Strata, it's a crap kick. Anyway.
Yeah, fans of Port Districts, and they come out wide here to the clubroom side. And looking for Heathy Pocock, who Mrs. Brunoli chips in and gets a quick kick away, and it is going to go out of bounds on the full. So just a poor bit of play all the way around there. So we can have a resulting free kick for the out of bounds on the full. And Heathy Pocock's going to take the kick in.
Oh, Heathy Pocock, as Jay Hansen should fly, take the mark. He does. Just quickly, big news from Wayne Knowles. I'll tell you what, Australia Guest Networks, it's not just warm in winter, it's cool in summer. Thank you, Wayne Knowles, the pleasure machine.
Oh, he hates that. He hates that.
And Pocock on Jolly there, a bit of a mismatch in not just ability, but on how good a bloke they are. Nick Jolly, the perennial nice guy. Heath Pocock, a real agitator. But Pocock breaking even there, ball out of bounds. And big hello to my daughter, who apparently is listening. And well done. Good stuff.
Hello, Katie.
And hello, Katie, of course, doing it tough, but hanging in there, my beautiful wife, listening at home. That's why we love the live broadcast. Gives everyone who can't make it to the ground a chance to listen. As Payneham win the ball, as Agarostis to Brinoli, to Ansell on his beautiful left foot, kicks a scrubber. Tommy Langford with his first touch. Back to Ansell on the 50 line. A chance to reload, look up, looks for Davis at 1,000 miles an hour. Good pick up, takes the ball. Chain of handballs, two handballs this way, that away. That looks like Giannini.
Oh, hit the post.
Oh, he hits the post from 40 on the fly. Johnny Giannini, the skipper, and it's 5 points the difference. Port District's way on the Australian Gas on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard as Pocock.
Heathy Pocock takes the
resulting
takes
kick
the
in.
mark in the back pocket there, and he switches play. They go across to the scoreboard side of the ground, and
Mark's 40 out, quick quick football here. Fast footy from Port District. Pick and roll. Another kick. They pick, they roll. They're on the wing now. Time for Think Music. Down to half forward. Beautifully read again. Is that Mackie Haynes again? No, that's Pierce Seymour, the coach. And the umpires paid the mark.
Really good switch there from Districts, but just found the Payneham guy with the kick, unfortunately for them. But
just as Seymour, big 55-metre kick that straight to Port District. Looking at some of the matchups, it looks like it could be Matty Nye on Trent Heffernan. We've got, of course, big Derek Clark on Jay Hansen.
Yep.
We've got Carlisle on
Jolly, I would have thought.
I think it's Rosenthal, Jolly, Carlisle, Davis.
Okay, I would have thought that's a big. I would have gone the other way if I was Jeremy.
Or Cello's gone to Gaffney, and that's exactly where this goes, but dropping in beautifully and taking the mark again.
We had Big Anthony at Portland a few years ago, and he's quite slow. He's very big, but he's quite slow, and I thought would have been the perfect matchup on Joel's.
Langford coming off there for Jackson Richmond, another young fella for Payneham, as looks like Harry Pride kicking to centre wing. Just misses the target. It's all Port District at ground level. Couple of handballs. Oh, he slips. He's tackled. Is that prior opportunity is the question, and the umpire says, no, I'll have it, thank you. And we'll have a ball up about 75 metres around from the Port District's goal.
And we've got Nick Hales. He's playing as that zone off half back, and he's also picking up Langford when he comes back onto the ground. So he's got the job there on Jackson Rickman. So he's obviously gone to what they think is the sixth best forward, and he's there for Langford as well. So he plays that role really well. Nick Hales takes a lot of marks around the ground.
Another ball up. Big pack, good clearance there from Payneham. Couldn't see who it was. Goes forward. Liam Davis, first mark of the day. Through the centre. He'll swing. He'll pick. He'll row. It's Nick Jolly time. The situation. But he's outpointed there by Rosenthal. Fights though like he does at ground level. Might win it. Oh, he fumbles, then Rosenthal fumbles. A fit of the fumbles for both players, and Port District will clear to the near side, to the grandstand side. We'll call it a grandstand, club room side.
Big Carlisle.
Big Carlisle.
See, he lumbers.
Yeah, he does lumber. Beautiful left foot, though, up the wing and hits up Pocock. Good space. Pocock in front of Brinoli. He takes a bounce. Ambitious.
Oh, just evaded him, Heathy Pocock.
Yes, he broke free of Brinoli there. Cutting across. Ocello again, is it? No. Harry Pride. Harry Pride's had a rich vein of form for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, been great touch, hasn't he?
To the middle of the ground, Allegio. It's the first time called his name. Drops what he might have taken. Davis cleans up. Davis, one-step kick. Looks for Strato Agarostis. Good contest. Ball spills at ground level. That's Lockie Gregg. Quick tackle, and we'll have a ball up.
So if you have a look behind the play now, Carlisle is having troubles keeping up with Davis already, and Davis is just going to be too quick for him. You've got to get that. Port District's got to get to Rosenthal onto Davis.
In the final quarter, I think we're early in the final quarter of the sample as well. My beloved doggies, mate, I've been there a week and I'm already got them winning finals footy.
Beat Norwood, did they?
4 goals up, 28 points up against Norwood. I'm not sure what quarter it is. It is in the first. It's halfway through the last quarter. Bulldogs are going to go through to a first semi as a quick tackle was applied, and it's looked like he was ridden into the ground, but the umpire says, I have a ball up 20 metres out from the Payneham goal. It's Port District's by 5 points. Right down there at the Australian Gas Network's end.
I'll have a tip now. If Carlisle stands Davis the rest of the day,
in the back to
kick
Nick
4.
Jolly. Nothing doing. Sorry, host. It looked like a big push there, but
it was.
Nothing doing. Play on, the ball spills. Not a lot happening there from that Port District player. He kind of didn't do much with it, and the umpire says, I'll have it. I'll have a ball up 40 metres out from the Payneham goal. Next goal crucial. Too early for that, is it?
No, Payneham had the last 5 minutes sitting around in the inside 50, but just haven't scored yet. So they're doing all the attacking at the moment.
Yep. Of course, we're up on the balcony here at beautiful Payneham Oval as ball spills right next to the behind post in front of the old pigeon shed. I've never seen a pigeon come or go from that shed, but it is apparently a pigeon shed.
Another throw in there, again inside that 50.
Right in front of the all the boys with the back of their cars up there, all the Payneham lads. They'll have plenty of advice for the Port District guys. As we've got umpire's found a free, has he? He has found a free for Port District. Didn't see what that was for, but probably there, I guess. I don't know.
Didn't look like much. But
going to try and avoid talking about umpires. Beautifully read by Gene He chops off the ensuing kick. Ball spills to Athanasi Agarostis. He goes bang from 50, but kicks it to the near side, just the one behind. And on the South Waiala, why am I the only one that always says this, host? The South Waiala Demons Football Club scoreboard. It is Payneham Norwood Union 1 goal 2. Port District's 2 straight goal, lead by 4 points. Again, the changes. Look at the changes. It's amazing the difference between, we've done a few Div 5 games, the Div 1 game, the professionalism, the changes, the rotations, the structures.
Chalk and cheese.
It really is. It really is.
And like last week we did Glenunga, and that was a great game of footy, but it was just entirely different. It was all man on man, around the ground and position to position, but this is nothing like it. So.
Big kick in there, right to the lamppost, and the ball spills out over the out of bounds, I guess, 45 metres around.
And the game's about 5 yards quicker too.
Yep. So we're probably about 20 minutes into the first quarter here, and it is Port Districts by the 4 points. Ball in. It's Hanson versus Clark, I think. Ball spills. There's a pack of about 15 there. As soon as it comes down, we're going to have secondary. We're going to have third balls up.
Payneham might rue the opportunity having the ball inside 50 for all of this period of time and not really scoring. A couple of points is about all they've done. So
yeah, you did say there's a bit of a breeze. I don't think there is a breeze. Doesn't look like there's much of a breeze favouring either end. Certainly, I was out there a lot during the curtain raiser game, and no team seemed to have much favour going to one particular end. And just as I say that, it blows up a bit. So maybe Payneham's kicking with a slight ascendance of a breeze.
1 or 2 I might have thought. That's about it.
Yeah, not in Div 1 I wouldn't have thought. As Agorostis, beautiful left foot kick to the
Finds
forward pocket.
Davis.
Yep. Liam Davis, LD. He'll line up from about 45 metres out, but he's only about 5 metres in from the boundary line. It would take his very best kick from the Tommy Javor pocket.
Oh, breeze is favouring him though from that side though. Once again, we saw just too quick on that lead for Anthony Carlisle, and he's going to line up. Acute angle. I'm backing him in.
She's giving it a right bit to the near side. I feel it is. It's just the one behind.
And that's 1 goal 3 on the South Wales Demon scoreboard to 2 goals for Port District. So it's a 3-point advantage to Dizzy's.
And just in from Wayne Knoll, Central District's Joshy Glenn, of course, former Elizabeth, former Gold Coast player, has just sealed it for the Dogs, it looks like, in the 17-minute mark of the final quarter. Central Districts will end Nord's season.
Good play, Jossie Glenn. He was at Williston last year.
Yes, I knew. It was a nice little segue for you as the kick-out finds Port District player in the back pocket and another kick-out to half-back. You've seen a lot of him, real talented footballer.
Sure, fitness machine. When you should have seen it at pre-season training when he come back from the Gold Coast Suns. It was it was really fun. Yeah.
Port Districts there, win the ball and a chain of handballs. Coulthard, he's tackled well, holding the chutney there. Oh, and possibly a 25. Great tackle there from Athanasi Agorostis. He's been good early.
I said earlier that Coulthard does lose his chop a bit, and we knew that when we were coaching against him years ago.
Agorostis to Jolly.
Jolly! Always try to rattle Adrian. You try to get, David, you try to get under his skin a bit.
Yes, and in the meantime, that big cry of Jolly was due to the fact that the big man is marked 30 metres out.
The situation.
That's the man for any situation, Nick Jolly. He's at ground level, in the air, lead up forward. He can do it all. He goes into ruck. He is the Payneham barometer, and he will line up from 30 to 35 metres out on a 40-degree angle. And if it comes off his boot sweep, you watch for the early celebration. Second best celebrator in the club. Yeah,
too big, too strong.
Gives it a ride. Oh, umpire does a bit of work, and he's missed it. It's unfortunately a behind for Payneham, and the quarter-time score on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard, Payneham Nord Junior, fairly wasteful in the end there, it's fair to say. 1 goal, 4-10. Port Districts, 2 straight goals, 12. Goal kickers for Port Districts, it was Jason Niskahus and James Batty who kicked goals, whilst for Payneham, Strato Agorostis was the only contributor. Your thoughts on the first quarter, Luke Hosey?
Payneham had, the last 15 minutes of that quarter, the ball was locked inside their forward 50. Resulting out of that was a lot of stoppages, a lot of bounce-ups, and 4 points. So they really didn't take advantage of that slight breeze. It probably 1 to 2 goals, you could probably say, or 1 to 2 scoring shots. And they just didn't take advantage of that. So they're really going to have to work up hard into the slight breeze into the second quarter. So we'll try to get some scores from around the ground. So.
And a big shout out to all the volunteers out there, especially the runner that just gave me a beer, Alex Stamatakis. I don't know where he's going, he's slipping, little bastard. He is a champion. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
That was